as like a universal clock, right? Because like
Yeah.
what do you guys think about that?
Huh.
It's simple, elegant. Everyone knows where Jupiter's at. Everyone knows what the moons look like. Right?
Sounds flawless.
Yeah.
Dude, could longitude be like the fucking smoking gun? Like no one ever just decided why we needed a secondary coordinate system with which to scale everything. You're like, hold on.
Is it the smoke, dude? It's literally the missing component to how dog shit this fucking clusterfuck is of how they derived everything based off of correction angles of Polaris.
Yeah, and you know how I know?
Because like we all say that, but we don't articulate it good enough. And then now we have all the reference corrections, all the deflection of the verticals based off of the deviation of a perfect sphere in the sky. Like, dude, go fuck yourself. Like, oh, where did they get pi to get these nautical miles? And where does this perfect sphere come from? Dude, it comes from the fucking sky. From the deviation of it to map you on an ellipsoid so that you don't think you live on a fucking plane.
Dude, so like now I know it's real because when I asked the question, like, where did longitude come from? I realized that I never actually thought about that ever, and I was like, uh-oh, hate when that shit happens. That looks like a memory hole. Let's go ahead and plug that one up. But why did this one occur, right? Like, why have I never needed longitude? Oh my god. Because latitude makes perfect, but latitude always made perfect sense. It's like determine you can see the tropics, the elevation for the sun. It's where you can see like the sun's path curving inward and outward depending on the season and where you are. Like latitude dependent celestial phenomenon has always been the case. Like latitude has been everything. Everything's built around latitude. Longitude just skews things when you try to put it on a ball.
Yep, that's there to put you on the ball. That intersectional prison.
And then when you go to look at the fucking history of it, you're like, so you invented it. The first answer quickly is so you invented it in 1736, but you have historicity of it going back to 500 BC? That seems odd.
And you're piggybacking it off of a bunch of obscure Greeks that have no primary source material.
Right.
And you can only reference a reference of a reference. If somebody read a book once where they said, hey, remember your boy Hipparchus? That guy invented spherical trigonometry. Anyway, blah, 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 right? Like, oh, look, we have a reference of it. He definitely was a real person.
You know what it reminds me of? When they invented the globe in like whatever the day it was, but then didn't need one or use one or build one until like 1700 or whatever. Like, whoops! Oh, it's the same group of Greeks, I think, hanging out. They kind of get around those guys. I invented the globe, but we didn't need one or need to build one until like 1700. But I definitely made it and thought about it in 600 BC. Praise proof. It's like they have like a formula for interjecting fake historicity, and it's like, oh, this smells like the other 9 times they did this.